So here in example 4, we're going to have to graph both of these. And we're going to see where they intersect or where they both are true at. So first we're going to have to graph the x minus 3y is less than 6. So that's linear. So let's go ahead and let's just solve for y. And we'll graph it like a linear equation. So subtract the x. So negative 3y. My inequality symbol, I have a negative x and a positive 6. And then just like before, we're going to divide everything by negative 3. Now what happens when I divide by a negative? Now my inequality is going to flip. What number was in front of the x to begin with there? A negative 1, right? So it's negative 1 divided by negative 3. Positive 1/3 x. And then what's 6 divided by negative 3? Negative 2. Now to help me remember real quick, because we know I'm really bad about forgetting until after I draw my line, is this line going to be solid or dashed? It's going to be dashed. Alright, what is my slope? 1/3, which means when I graph it, I'm going to do what? Good. But what if I'm at the top of my graph and I can't go up? Then instead, good, down 1 and what? Very good. Down 1 and left 3. And then my y-intercept is what number? Negative 2. And what do we know about the y-intercept? That's our starting point. Alright, so now you can use the next slide if you want to. I'm going to go ahead and graph this one. When we graph these, we put them on the same coordinate plane, okay? Alright, well, it looked like I was able to go about 6 in each direction.
Can we do that on the second slide?
Yeah, you can do it on the second slide there. So you might want to graph it on the bottom so you have room on the other part there to work out the second equation. Alright, so when I go to graph this, you told me negative 2 was my starting point. So on y-axis, I went to negative 2 for my y-intercept. And then you said we're going to go up 1 and right 3. Or we could go down 1 and left 3. Remember, you need at least 3 points to make your line. And you told me it was dashed. Alright, now let's go ahead and let's do our shading for this one. So we're going to pick a point not on the line. What's a point that's not on our line? 0, 0. So I'm going to do that down here beside the y-intercept. So I have 0, 0. So let's plug it in. My equation was x minus 3y is less than 6. So it's 0 minus 3 times 0 is less than 6. We want to know, is that true? Well, what's 0 minus 3 times 0? Is 0 less than 6? Yes, it is. I don't know why I did that, sorry. Alright, so that's true. So am I going to shade the side with 0, 0? Yes. Now remember, we're going to have to graph a second one on here, so I wouldn't go dramatic with my shading. So there's the graph of that inequality. So now we got to graph our other inequality. And so it was 2x plus 3y is greater than or equal to negative 6. Again, I'm going to solve for y. So I'm going to subtract the 2x. That leaves me with 3y greater than or equal to negative 2x, and I had a negative 6. Divide everything by the 3. So y, does my sign change? No. So greater than or equal to, I have a negative 2 over 3x, because it didn't reduce, and then negative 6 over 3 is negative 2. And is my line going to be solid or dashed?
Solid.
Good. And what is my slope? Okay, which means we're going to do what? Down 2 and right 3, or very good, up 2 and left 3. And my y-intercept is negative 2, which remember is your starting point. So let's graph this. It's negative 2. You tell me we're going to go down 2, right 3. Or up 2, left 3. And you said our line is going to be solid. And the same thing, pick a point not on our line. So I'm going to do that up here on the right there. So I'll pick 0, 0. I'm going to plug it in. So 2 times 0 plus 3 times 0, is that greater than or equal to negative 6? 2 times 0 plus 3 times 0 is 0. Is that greater than or equal to negative 6? Yes. So that means we're going to shade the side that has a 0, 0 on it. So that would be this side. Now the solution for this system is where is shaded by what group, what section is shaded by both of those. So if you look at it, you can see it's that little V kind of at the top. And so we want to darken that area then. So if you look, you can tell it's like right in this area, it's shaded by both. So this is the solution for this system. Now you can go crazy with your shading there.
I can't do both colors. I'll get some of the OCD go crazy.
You're welcome to use different colors if you want to, and help you keep it organized. But there's our solution.